What to expect when you come to the Waters Church? We're asked this question all the time. So when we walk in, what is it that we can expect? What kind of church is this? What's your denomination? What kind of music do you play? What do you do with the children? Do you send them away when you start preaching? Can people get excited during the music? All these kind of questions. So let me just tell you about our church for just a real quick second. When you walk into the Waters, you'll immediately feel like everything has been prepared for you, that you've got something that you are stepping into that you have been thought of before you got there. You may have driven past our church 1,000 times. We have been preparing this church for you. When you walk in, you'll notice something. It's very colorful. The room has like a kind of a restaurant lighting kind of a feel. It's very warm inside. It doesn't come off like the produce section at a grocery store. It's very homey, and it's very real and authentic and genuine. People will greet you, but they won't be like, "Hi, good morning. How are you? Is everything good? It better be good." People aren't like that at the Water. Sometimes we're in a bad mood, and if somebody asks you, "Hey, how are you doing?" Sometimes you should feel honest, or feel like you can be honest and say, "Hey, I'm not doing so good." We like to say at the Waters, if you're going to ask somebody how they're doing, you better have a minute to talk to them, because don't just throw out, questions if you don't mean it. When you walk in, people will be ready to greet you. There's food that we have prepared just for first-time guests, and it's really cool. It's homemade and it's really yummy. And the members really want it, but they can't have it because we prepare it for guests to come in feeling really warm. The music is hot. Things are very exciting and alive at the Waters. We're not trying to be new and fresh, none of that. We're actually trying to be ancient, like the first century church was. But we're also very relevant to today. The music sounds like some stuff you listen to hear on the radio. It's got a really, really good, strong, very alive beat to it. It'll get you swept up in the moment. It's not overly emotional, but it's not underly emotional either. We do communion every single Sunday. We think that's very important. The sermons are meant to keep the attention of a 6-year-old all the way up to a 106-year-old. We have a little cool, warm, fuzzy note sheet the kids use, and they take notes during my sermon. I'll tell them what to do: draw this, circle that, draw X through that. And at the end of the service, kids will come up to this area and they'll show what they did, and then they get a little prize, and they get a magnet stuck on the back of that note sheet. And then if they go home, pop that thing up on the fridge, they can talk about what they learned all week long. It's really cool. The people are very, very, very genuine at the Waters. Nobody's trying to pretend that they're somebody that they're not. The pastors are not impressed with themselves. And it certainly is a church where you don't have to hide your tattoos, if you have tattoos. So it's a place where we want you to feel like you can be you, because that's the way Jesus did. Jesus accepted people right where they were. The cool thing about Jesus is he loved them enough. He loved me enough to make sure that he didn't just leave me stuck where I was, but to lead me into discovery of who he created me to be. And I became free in my heart for the first time because of Jesus. And that spirit is what we're doing at the Waters Church. So if you're looking for a place that's not churchy, that's not religious, but that's very real, very human, I think you'll really find something special at the Waters Church. We've been preparing this thing for you for a long time. So come test the Waters this coming Sunday and see how alive the church can be.